what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We're here at the Raiti's Rides household because you know what? We have some big news from the Blue Oval. Ford is officially unveiling virtually here with us on Raiti's Rides the 2022 Ford Bronco Raptor. I'm actually quite surprised that it's actually happening because think about it. Many people who ordered 2021 Broncos actually had to switch their orders to 2022 model year examples because of the holdup in production. But you know what? That's not going to stop Ford. Ford wants to keep that Bronco choo-choo train chugging away, and they are working directly with the F-150 Raptor team at Ford Performance to bring you the most powerful street-legal Bronco ever since the first year. What was the first year? 1966. So without further ado, let's dive in and find out about the new Ford Bronco Raptor. All right, guys, here we go. There it is. That's the 2022 Ford Bronco Raptor. So obviously, this is that answer to Jeep, because remember, Jeep went big. They went big with V8 power. They brought out that Wrangler Rubicon 392. Now Ford Performance wants to have their say at it. So there is your Bronco Raptor. Now, first off, right off the bat, the one thing you should know is that this vehicle is about 9 inches wider, almost a foot wider than your standard Ford Bronco when you go the Raptor style. What that means is you are going to have those auxiliary lights, just like the Ford F-150 Raptor that they have to run because of the extra width. It literally puts you in a different class of vehicle that the DOT requires those LED bright amber yellow lights, and I like the way they mounted them cleanly in the grille, just like on the F-150 Raptor. Now, another thing you'll notice is that this has that traditional Bronco LED style with the headlights, like you saw in 2021. The big difference is specifically on the Raptor, it's going to be amber yellow or that orange instead of the white. So let me know how you feel about that, because I know when it comes to the Kia Telluride, some of you like the amber rectangle daytime running lamps, and other people like the regular pure white LED daytime running lamps. So let me know what you think about that. Studying this vehicle, looking it over, you're going to have maximum fender flares. Underneath it is tons of bash plates and skid plates that have been added over your regular Bronco, even the Bronco Wild Track and Sasquatch package. This is like Sasquatch plus some. It's like Sasquatch and the Hunchback all got together to form this new off-road monster, and that's what this thing is an off-road monster. So you're going to get all that bash plate protection. You're going to have two options for wheels. Both of them are going to be bead lock wheels to take that beating as you're going off-roading. You see all the LED lighting, but you're looking at 17 by 8.5 inch wheels on standard 37-inch tires. So you're going to go big with your wheel and your tire setup. There's all the bash plates, skid plates, and everything else. You have a metal and composite hood to really take that structure and that look from the F-150 Raptor and bring it over to the Bronco Raptor. So you're going to have functional heat extractors on the hood. Look at the fender vents. That's probably one of my favorite things aesthetically about this new Bronco Raptor is on the fenders. You have full venting to get all that heat out from underneath the hood. Interior has been brought up to the level that I really think the Bronco should have been at since day one for 2021. You're going to get automatically the 12-inch digital instrumentation cluster, and you're going to get the 12-inch infotainment system. That's the Sync 4 system, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. It's got all the toggle switches, the auxiliary switches for additional lighting, maybe a winch. And what I really wanted to showcase in this video is there is a naked Bronco Raptor. So no sheet metal, nothing. That is the frame and all the running gear. So let's talk about what we got going on here. You're going to get that same Fox racing suspension from the F-150 Raptor. So that's that live wire technology that every nanosecond is measuring compression and rebound dampening. All four corners, you can see the extra bracing to increase rigidity. Obviously, we're sitting a little bit higher. You're going to have 13.1 inches of ground clearance. You could go through almost a little over 3 feet of water. So that's the type of, off-roading capability and durability that you're going to be able to get with this. When it comes to the frame, that's a fully boxed frame. And remember, when we look at this vehicle, we're talking about, like I said, 9 to 10 inches wider. There's the live wire system. You can see how the exhaust is routed. Really nice, really clean. It's going to be interesting to see if they give us some type of active exhaust where we can make it louder or quieter. You're going to have Dana 44 axles up front, Dana 50 axles out back. Of course, you have a 2-speed torque on demand 4x4 system. There's that exhaust. I can't wait to hear the sound of it in person. All that blue coloring you see in there, and there it is. So we are going to have some type of active valve technology. You can see the motors right there in this footage, the increased brake rotors, increased caliper size, because remember, it's not only about going, it's about being able to brake and everything. And with that boxed in frame, you could see all the additional bracing that's been put into play in those beautiful Fox active live wire dampers. I mean, this is kind of cool just to look at, to see all the inner bits that you're never going to see once the body and everything goes on. This is what really makes the Bronco Raptor special. And this is where Ford puts all that engineering and why it's really a Ford performance vehicle. Now, I know the big question is power, because if we look at the Rubicon 392, we're talking about 470 horsepower. Ford better be bringing it. Now, it's not announced yet officially, but they are saying that this is going to have the 3-liter EcoBoost engine. That's that twin-turbo V6. Stock, standard Bronco, 400 horsepower. They're saying that it's going to clearly have more than 400 horsepower. The big question is how much more than 400? 401, 450, 499? That yet is to be announced. So that's the big mystery. That's the big question mark. Of course, pricing as well. I'm going to say that this is going to be priced probably very similar to that Wrangler 392. So don't think that this is like a $50,000 Bronco Raptor that you're going to be able to go down to the Ford dealership and scoop up. But I think Ford definitely did their homework on all the suspension bits. You have a mechanical front locking diff. You have an electronic rear locking diff. The vehicle is going to weigh 5,733 pounds. You could tow up to 4,500 pounds, which is actually more than your standard Bronco. And you have a payload capacity of 1,100 pounds. When it comes to suspension travel and all that extra work that they've done, 13 inches of suspension travel up front as we're going through the sand dunes here, 14 inches of suspension travel out back. So you're definitely looking at more flexibility, more versatility to get you through anything. And since we're talking about anything, yes, you do have your GOAT modes, the go over any terrain. They've been specifically tuned, just like a violinist tunes their instrument, really fine for the Raptor setup. You can see how this thing could go airborne. Of course, you can remove the side doors, front and rear, the composite roof, and it comes with that composite roof from the factory. That's been a sore spot because remember, the original composite roofs had to be recalled because of deteriorating color and finish on them. So I'm hoping that whoever Ford is using for a supplier now has those roof panels working dandy, because that could hold up how this gets produced. But you can see with that extra fender flare, 10 inches of extra width, the 13.1 inches of ground clearance, and then all of that signature lighting. Now, not only are you getting signature lighting from Ford, but of course they're going to use those big names. They're using Fox Racing for the suspension. You are going to get those rigid industry LED lighting fog lamps at the front. Plus you have LED spotlights, not just lights, LED spotlights built into the side mirrors. So really kind of cool to have all of that light capability, because like I said, a lot of people like to go out early in the morning, maybe the sun isn't fully up, like to stay out past when the sun goes down. Your fun doesn't have to stop because you're going to be able to illuminate all of that great terrain in front of you to see where the heck you're going. Now, on the interior, like I said, it's pretty much fully loaded with the infotainment system, with the digital gauge cluster, but you're also going to get special seats that have that orange two-tone material. You got the orange seat belts. We all know with those orange seat belts, you're easily going to get an additional 5 horsepower there. I'm just curious. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think the horsepower, what do you think that magic number is going to be? Or what is the magic number for you that it has to be to make this clearly a winner over the Rubicon? Now, I can tell you right now, I love over the 392, I love the way the hood and the fenders are. Even though the Rubicon has that functional hood scoop, which is killer, I'm liking the additional work that they did to the fenders. I guess the real mystery is, how is this going to drive? Of course, you got the 10-speed automatic transmission. You got all of that great capability, and you can see it with the interior, the orange stitching, the way they did Bronco in bright orange colors. You even got carbon fiber accents on the steering wheel. That's a thicker rim steering wheel than your standard Bronco, with that orange leather stripe at the top so that you know what you're handling. Look at the other color choices. So it's nice that you don't have to go with those full out bright orange seats. You could go two-tone with the silver and the gray. I think it's so smart the way they have the toggle switches already wired up for you, so you don't have to do any kind of magic hocus pocus trick if you want to put any lighting. But let me know what you think. Has Ford done the Bronco proud to add that Raptor badge? Is this a true Ford performance vehicle? Which, remember, Ford performance vehicle, that is the sub-brand of Ford. Ford Raptor, Mach 1, Shelby GT500, used to be the GT350, used to be the Focus RS and the Fiesta ST, and then of course you have, and the Focus ST, and then of course you're also going to have the Ford GT. So let me know in the comment section, has Ford done it right? Is this going to be the better off-road vehicle to get over that mighty Wrangler Rubicon 392? I can't wait to read the comments and see what you say. And of course, we can't wait to go on throttle in this freaking beast. But until we meet again, and another day, and another time, and another place, and another way, if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiti's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you in the channel, click that freaking link in the description. Get yourself some Raiti's Rides merch. Got to give it up to the queen of the camera, the queen of the household, and the queen of everything else in this world. Lori working that camera like a champ, setting up the lighting so that I can look my best. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.